Mm-mm-mm. Hey everybody! How are you today? It, gosh, I didn't think today was a missing Sam day, but maybe it is. Um,
Uh,
or maybe
I'll,
this was their last run or something like that. Maybe today was the last day. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, bummer, but Oh, we've got the rest of our crew here. We're ready to go. We just move some beautiful faces around to match their positions. No, we don't need me on there twice. We got Ignatius, and then I just need to switcheroo Shar and Catherine. I think Shar, Catherine, Ignatius, Asher, and Kazura. Excellent. These wonderful, beautiful people. All right. Well, with today's fun, we're gonna start where to start. How about right where we ended? Beginning our wonderful journey. Countryside. Bring up my own little map here so I can get a lay of the land here. Ah, yes. Well, the journey will begin a 69-day journey by land. Um, Equal in danger to by sea, however, much more cost effective. We've got a wagon, a six-person wagon to handle everybody, plus store your goodies, even in frozen. We're headed, leaving Port Roumont. The crew is going to go around, basically follow the beach line of Crystal Bay, and then head east, uh, going up past Cragmount Peaks, across the Plains of Power, and northeast to Stone Fury Landing, the next port city along the northern coast here. And I'm sure it'll be a comfortable, uneventful journey. Just kidding, this
I'm
world's so
sure.
scary. Yeah. Should be fun though. Fun for players. Let me see if you need that real quick. All right. Just a quick moment. Oh my gosh, I'm still not used to having nails and typing still sometimes. Just like, my
The
typing
clickety
skills are on
quack.
point. Yeah, yeah, they slip or
Yeah.
they don't hit, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But one day I'll get used to it. All right. Let's see. Let's let me scroll up in my document way up. Oh, wonderful stuff. So we're gonna begin our journey across, but first, before we do anything, just so I don't forget, let's do our DM inspo roll. Oh, I've got it on the mind.
I mean, it's a little early, but I'll take it.
Mm.
Nice. It is, yeah.
Just so you know, Dan Sam said that she's having computer troubles, but is trying to.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, I could have sworn
Yeah.
that they were all set. All right. Thank you for the heads up, then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I've got to roll first. That's how that works. Okay. Now I'll go around and see who's got the closest. Warren, what do we got tonight?
Lucky 13.
Ooh, nice, nice. Steph?
4.
Oh, is your coffee okay? Your drink okay?
No, I'm frowning at the 4.
Oh, okay, gotcha. They're going down. Frank?
6.
Oh, okay. Lil.
7.
Oh, so many. All right.
Price is right.
And Tasha.
I rolled a 19, which makes me worried.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty
Too
sure.
high for this.
Yeah. I think Steph's gonna get it because I rolled a 2, and I think that Steph was the next closest. Oh,
Elbows,
yeah,
elbows, elbows.
yeah. And let's see, we're level 5, so I'm pretty. Didn't we
D8.
check this? It is a D8, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank
Yep.
you. Good. D8. Remember, it can be used for anything except a saving throw. So you want to take away damage that an enemy is giving your friend, you can do that. You want to take away from an enemy's
Yeah.
attack roll, go for it. You want to take away from an enemy's saving throw they made against your friend's spell, you can do that.
I always forget
Any-
about the attack rolls and the damage. Always forget about that.
Want to add to somebody's healing? Do that. Not just kidding. Same thing. You can. Yeah. That voids a warranty. No, just kidding.
Explosive. It
Yeah.
explodes.
All right, let's a very fitting little playlist here. I'm gonna send over to our players called Peaceful Travel. I have a little ambiance here.
Why is this death metal?
Yeah. Things are gonna get crazy. Well, that here and see how it does. I know it's got a lot of dynamics to it, so it's gonna get louder in a minute. All
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Well, as per usual, we're going to take travel about a week at a time. I like to do it this way so we're not stuck every single night, doing rolls and everything else. The first week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's like the very beginning of navigating the coastline of Crystal Bay, named after its crystal clear waters. So you've got a beautiful sight for most of the week. You're really close to the coast. Beautiful sight of the crystal clear ocean water heading down into Crystal Bay. On week 1, is there anything anyone would like to do? Role play wise, you've reported everything that went down with the Admiral and had that taken care of. They called in adventurers from that other adventuring team that some of you met. You've left that city behind, looking for possibly one of the 7 dragons here that might be out in the ocean somewhere outside of Stone Fury Landing. First week, any chit chat, any role play you'd like as you journey?
I want to look for herbs, specifically the. Oh wait, they may not be in this area. Just herbs, like whatever I can find.
Okay.
Right, I'll help if Ketri will.
Ash would help too.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Rosera will not.
Nice,
Oh.
nice.
Fine.
Ignatius like, well, I can give a hand, and Ash like right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so in that
Friendship.
case, if you want to roll individual rolls, you can, or if one of you wants to give one of the other assistants, and then the third person could do their own roll. Catherine, yours will be an herbalism.
Mm-hmm.
Ignatius, you're working your way towards herbalism proficiency, but so yours will be survival though for the time being.
Okay.
And Ash, are you proficient in survival?
No.
Okay. You'll probably do the single roll for sure because it'll be a disadvantage without the proficiency.
Can
Currently,
I
you-
boost
I'll-
Ignatius?
Or the other way around, if you want to. Well, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
So because she has a disadvantage, it'll just make it an even
Oh.
roll. So it might be better. Now, Ash, by doing this, you're working your way up towards herbalism as well, so it's not always going to be quite
Sure.
this bad. But you're here to help. So Ash, go and make your survival check at disadvantage. Ignatius and Kethri, do you want to do them separately or one help the other?
I'll offer to help Ketri.
How's your survival looking? Just out of curiosity.
1 moment, please. Cuckoo, incoming.
Oh.
Or you want to go the other way around?
Let me add this little mechanical information to this. If you help Kethri, let's say Ignatius, one of you helps the other, it increases the chances of like finding more rare items. If you're doing separate rolls, that might give you a larger volume of whatever you find. You might also find rare things, but there's a higher chance at more quantity. if you're separately looking, 'cause instead of together, you're both out in different areas. Do whatever way you want. I just wanted to feed you that. So.
I would, I mean, if it's cool, I would love rare stuff like this round. And then maybe we can split next time for more quantities. Like split it, like go back and forth on our journey.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
Okay. Okay. Um,
So going for
I-
rare, so I'll be assisting you.
okay. Okay. So it's advantage.
And Ash's, what was yours, Ash? Let me check on you.
9.
9. Okay. All right. And Catherine, yours?
23.
23. Okay. Let me. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, after all the herbalist stuff, just before he goes to bed, Ignatius would continue his imbuing on his piece of wood.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Good. I love that the role play's still there. Excellent. Yeah, you use that put however many of those spell slots you want into that for the day. Each day. I guess the question is, what's a number of spell slots? Like what level and number would you like to put in, like per day, roughly, across the week?
I'd say, well, for the week, like let's say 7 times 2. It's like, I guess, a level 2 slot every night. So, if that's how you want to figure it out.
Okay. All right, no, that's good.
Again, this is just before I go to bed. So.
Gotcha. End of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Channel that in. Beautiful. Okie doke. Let's see. Ash, good news. Yeah, with 8 even, you are able to find 1 bundle of blood grass that you're able to offer up. And Ketri, what was your total again? 18, was it?
No.
No?
23.
23. Okay, nice. All right. Let's see. We got coastal grassland. You have oh, okay. All right. So you're able to find what else? A 23 is really good. We'll get one from. Okay. You're able to find Cosmos Blonde. Just COSMOS and then Glond, GLOND. It's rare.
How many?
Just one. Because it's pretty rare. You are able to additionally though. Where we go? There we go. 2 Chromus slimes. CHROMUS slimes.
Is it Chromus?
Chromus. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 2.
Yep. 2, uses worth of that. That's I'm curious. It's a thin, slimy substance. It's often observed to flow within a water current as if it had a mind of its own. Oftentimes herbalists mistake the slime with mercury, as that's the same consistency and look. Let's see. When attempting to alter the slime, it reverberates and alters the other plant life it touches instead. You found that in a little stream. Quickly spotted that, you and Ignatius, like, oh, that's different. What's that? And you identified it as that. Your Cosmos Glond is an uncommon 4-leaf plant, notorious for being somewhat difficult to find. This is mostly due to the plant growing about 5 feet underneath the ground and only peeking out during its final maturity. However, it has an uncanny look of the stars in the night sky among its leaves. It's Cosmos.
What was that called again? I'm sorry.
Cosmos.
The Cosmos. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I already got that. Yep.
Okay, I'll keep that document up, but that is where we are for week 1. Anything else on the journey? First week of journey? Any talking about stuff that happened or about what's to come? No pressure to, but just checking.
No roleplay, but Grisura has procured herself a book on sailing and navigation, and she's reading through it.
Excellent. Being so fresh, from helping on the ship, helping.
To be fair, I
Yeah.
believe Grisura didn't set foot on the ship the last time we sailed.
That's true. Yeah. I vaguely remember seeing some of those things on the way down to the cabin and flying overhead on, on the way back. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
The only other thing I would say is Ignatius is, as usual, comparing, I guess, any version of maps of the area that he has or is known, and seeing if there's any, changes or anything that might need updating for the, for the Explorers Guild.
Okay.
Just, natural. Just bring it up these days. Just looking that over.
Love that. Yeah, you're keeping a very careful eye, because this is probably one of the more recent areas in recent years anyway that you mapped as you navigate the coast. Maybe a little erosion here and there, but nothing yet that in the first few weeks that has had anything major in adjustment.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. All right. Let's see. I mean, I'm looking at the map. The next 2 weeks are gonna get.
Oh, I had
Oh,
something.
please. Yeah.
The first couple of days, Char kind of sits at the end of the wagon because she's still working off the exhaustion from
Oh.
flying 5 days straight or whatever it was. After which she kind of alternates between flying and resting. And when she starts resting because she's trying to trance at night, but she doesn't know how, so it's just her sitting in her tent, eyes wide open. And after her first night of trying to trance and waking up exhausted, she'll go up to Ash. Is it normal for your eyes to burn after trancing?
Trancing? I don't. Mine don't burn. No. Is that what you've been? So I mean, not to. I mean, I think because I only have to trance for a few hours. I've noticed that you've. I think have been trying to trance. So your eyes are burning. Maybe try closing your eyes. I mean, not that you're sleeping.
To close them?
Yes, you can close them, sure. Yes, the so maybe try closing the eyes. And do I have my eyes open when I trance?
I don't remember. I don't watch you trance very often. Am I allowed to do that? It seemed odd, but
I mean, I give you permission if you want to watch me trance, that's fine. I won't know when I'm trancing. But yes, please watch. But I don't. If I keep my eyes open, let me know because that's a little. I find that. Anyways, just close the eyes. Try it then and see if that works. What are you? Are you able to kind of clear your mind whenever you're trancing? Are you thinking of things, or is it a bunch of jumbled thoughts?
I clear my mind before sleep.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, you're doing that's good.
Do you have any other tips?
Sometimes if clearing the mind doesn't help, I just think of like unicorns and rainbows, and I think of this like field where there are all of these lovely things, And then at night, I'm visited by the great moth, who watches over me with its wings outstretched, and it takes over the whole sky. But it makes me feel so protected. So maybe try that.
Can I think of something other than the moth?
I guess that could
I will
work.
try this.
Are your wings feeling better?
Yes, I feel stronger.
What does it? I don't know. I think it'd be a very cool thing to have wings. And what does it feel like when you're using them?
She gets like a whisper of a smile. It feels like freedom. They would not allow me to use them at the monastery.
Oh, even though you were born with them, right?
Yes,
Why didn't they allow you to use them?
control.
I'm glad you can use them now.
As am I.
They're lovely.
I agree. I'm proud of them.
Should be. I know it would, you know, I think it'd be great to have wings and just be able to kind of fly above. I mean, I get to do some of my broom, but I just feel like it would feel more in control if it was wings instead of a broom. I kind of envy ya, but not in a mean way. Just in a, oh, must be nice way. I'll let you continue trying to trance. I don't want to interrupt you too much.
Not an interruption.
Okay.
She give like a awkward kind of half bow and then move on to her thing.
How do you interact?
Fancy Cassie.
Nice. Beautiful.
Then she tries to trance again, but since she's not a fae ancestry, so she alternates. If she can't successfully feel rested after trancing, then she sleeps normally the night after. So
Nice.
so I don't die from.
Yeah. Good. Call. Well, does anyone else have anything they'd like to do the next over this before the first weekends? Okay. So looking at the map, the next 2 weeks are just gonna get you through areas where most of you have been. It's just above Folly Hills in the Acacia Woods. So I'm gonna just do the next 2 weeks in a clump. Let me know if there's anything of these next 2 weeks. You're getting close to the southern part of Crystal Bay, but still following the beach line, the coastline there. Just a quick check-in. Seems like not much over the next couple weeks. Shar, you're still practicing meditation. Can you do? Let's see. I mean, it's concentration, right? So let's go for a Constitution saving throw to test that. That's your wizard's concentration save. So see how that goes at first for you. Yeah, and question. Let me know that first, Shar. You heard that.
No, I am so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was asking you to do a Constitution saving throw. That's what wizards do for concentration. So I thought that might be good to test as you're trying to trance.
Oh, okay. Cool. 19.
All right, you've got some mixed success, something new to you, but not as new as others because you do a lot of meditation as a monk. So, with some of the tips, I do want to ask, do you in fact attempt at any point to think of unicorns and rainbows?
So rainbows she knows. She's not as familiar with unicorns,
Mm.
and I don't know. She didn't want to ask. I think the way she presented it made it seem like it was so normal, and I think sometimes she's a little. Not that she recognizes it as insecurity, but she's insecure about being a bit sheltered with some of those things. So she
Right? Yes,
just
of
didn't
course.
ask.
A unicorn.
So she doesn't think of that, but she does try thinking of rainbows and the field.
Yes.
But instead of the moth, because Ash quoted feeling protected, instead of a moth flying around, she pictures an elder dragon.
Oh, nice. Okay, I think that's the tidbit that's going to start locking things in for you. Start like helping. You get like, you still need your full rest every other night. You're still getting exhaustion, but you're starting to get like an hour up to by the end of the first 3 weeks here. Maybe an hour of trancing. The other following hours are going to be much more difficult. But that first hour you're sort of getting the hang of. You feel a little rejuvenated with it. Okay.
As she gets through the progression, she'll take breaks from flying to tell Ash about it.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. Ash will be very encouraging and very excited to hear the progress.
That's beautiful. We've got so much travel. I'm just gonna skip another 2 weeks. See if anyone
While
else
we're
is doing
traveling,
anything. Yeah.
while we're traveling along the coast, Eris will fish for meals, just for
nice.
everybody. So she'll just make some sushi and stuff usually.
Beautiful. Nice. I'll make a note that this is heading into for Ignatius in particular. You're about to leave your mapped area. There's a river that you're going to cross here at the very beginning, 2 days in on this next week. And the eastern side of that, you map you kind of go by river when you can, easy points of division. So this will be all new area in case that affects anything you want to do roleplay wise these next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, he'll during the 2 weeks, yeah, he'll almost be I don't want to say absent-minded, but really, yeah, concentrating with his notebook and his spyglass and surveying.
Looking cute. Okay.
Would you accept pointers, I guess is the word? Because
certainly.
Eris has traveled this a lot, and so she'll be like, okay, these are the things that we use for notes, and this is where these things are, this is where those things are.
Oh yeah, it'll all go down in the notebook. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she walked these places a lot.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna say no roll needed. The road here has probably been mapped a decent bit, but you are picking up a lot of helpful landmarks along the way. It's a very rough road. It's technically more travel than anywhere else. It's safer than going off the road, but you're able to map a good bit of the land, like on either side as you're navigating, filling out this area, fleshing out with like high detail, and then pointing, Cragmount Peaks. I can see the southern end, and as you're traveling, you mark heights, and then you can start marking things out on your grander map as well.
Yeah, terrain levels,
Mm-hmm.
the low level as it goes up towards Cragmount Peaks, how's, and especially with Eris's help,
Mm-hmm.
with the river markings and how deep the rivers are, and where's best to cross and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, excellent. So if you're keeping track of any map making, you're definitely informing some moderate detail on larger things like Cragmount Peaks and where these rivers run for the most part. And peninsulas that Eris is pointing out, like okay, over here, there's that, there's a small fishing village over here, and that for your larger map as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is Oh, please go ahead. Did someone have something?
No, go ahead, sure.
I was just gonna jump in with another roleplay thing if it
Please.
was okay timing.
Mm.
Just to say, after another few weeks, Char understands the appeal of the wagon a little bit more since she's exhausted every other day. But she would take some time also to talk to Ignatius. Does the wagon assist in the way you hoped?
It's something if I'm out charting on my own and doing that work, I wouldn't probably take a wagon. I would just, plan ahead with supplies and stuff like that and just camp out on my own. But knowing how rough sometimes the terrain and road can be, it helps having yourself prepared and having yourself saved for those tough areas. So instead of making a long trek on foot and then coming upon some tough terrain and then being exhausted and you just find yourself in trouble and you're not at your best, and I try to keep mindful of that. So knowing with a lot of people traveling and a long 60 some day journey, we need to keep ourselves ready in case. You never know what you're going to face. Heavy rivers, mud, uphill terrain. The horses can only do so much. So go ahead.
The environment I was raised in encouraged always taking the most difficult route.
That's interesting. Testing yourself, I suppose. I'm wondering, are they trying to prepare you for something?
Yes.
Was it?
I don't think. I don't think it was what they thought it was. But I find myself unsure.
Unsure of their purpose or whether or not it was worth it?
I am unsure if it is what they thought it was, if it's real or not. I found myself doubting, and then a sign that perhaps it was not to be doubted after all.
That is difficult. Doing without knowing or trusting in someone else's word on something when it's very difficult. Sometimes you can't see the reason.
That is all to say. I don't always understand why we would take the easier route, but I hope I can ask you to help me know when we should. The group.
I appreciate your confidence. I hope I'm worthy of it. But sometimes, time versus, the time we would have saved versus, only one person being really skilled at sea travel, and others not being a big fan of it. It seems the minuses outweighed the pluses, at least at this juncture. Things could always change.
They can.
But I enjoy being out in the hustle and bustle of some of these towns. Is just unnerving sometimes.
I agree.
Although, yeah. So enjoy it. There's a lot to see.
There is. I also enjoy the travel.
Yes, it's been so far. And he actually looks at the wagon, taps the wagon, gives the old knock wood. We'll get through this pretty safe and sound.
He turns pensive and kind of takes back off into the air.
Batman's out, yeah. Well, you know when she's not there. Like...
Right. And if you look over, what? Sorry. I guess I was a little too boring.
Cut
Cut it short next time, Ignatius. Cut it short.
Ignatius, no. Well, as you at the end of this, these next 2 weeks, let's see. There's a path that runs another road parallel to this, further south from Zonai, clean across to Arkwood. In the center of that path, it runs north as well. Excuse me, it splits off and runs north and intersects where you are about the end of these 2 weeks. You're in between two rivers. You're the west, almost to the western to the center of Cragmount Peaks. The two roads combine, and you see, usually going in a different direction. A lot of folks are traveling out towards Starbridge along this path. Some maybe to Port Rumah. They're typically traveling in the other direction. You've seen some carts come and go. But it's particularly busy where these two merge. Not like a highway or anything, but there's just a handful more than you would usually see. Let people bid you hello and carry on with at their own pace. And we have come upon the next week where we'll cross another river here.
As we get closer to Cragmount Peaks, Eris is going to start concentrating more on those dreams that she had around this area, just trying to remember them.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, all right. So begins, spending some time in that. Anything over this next week before reaching that next river, which you'll have to ford?
Just herbalism stuff.
Oh, okay. If y'all want to do a fresh check here for this week, certainly welcome to. So Ash, of course, it'll still be at a disadvantage. Ignatius and Kethri, decide if you want to do separate ones, or it has the same chance of quality, right? If you do it separately, it just has a higher chance of quantity because you're looking at different areas. Of course, more statistically, I think if the two of you help one another, someone with the highest thing, you're probably gonna have a higher chance to get a rare thing, But I'll put that out there. And Eris, are you helping? Since you're coastal, like with any water? Okay. And do you have survival proficiency? Okay, good. Then you can do a straight roll for survival. Also working towards herbalism. And let me go around. I'll ask Ash first.
Actually, a 17. My lowest was a 15.
Ooh, exciting. All right, go. Let's see. All right, you're actually, let's see, 17. That would be up to here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, so yeah, it's a hilly area. Ash, you're able to find one batch of ironwood heart.
Which you would give to Catherine,
Okay.
of course.
So, Kesper, you've got one batch of ironwood heart.
Okay.
Eris, let me know what yours is next, if you don't mind.
11.
Okay.
Unless you want to give me advantage for knowing this area.
No, sorry. But let's see what we got. I'm sure there's something here that's where are we? Let's find that here, but let's look for specifically. We're looking at water here. Here we go. You're able to find 2 batches of lavender sprig. It's not in the water, but in your en route out to the water and back, you come across. You're like, oh, I know what this is. Yeah, and you're able to give 2 batches of lavender sprig. And then Catherine and Ignatius, let me know which way you wanted to do it and what the roll is.
I'll give that to Catherine too.
Okay. 2 to. Okay. Yep.
The lavender sprig, yep, from Harris.
We separated our
Okay.
roles this time.
All right. Well, what's your roll?
D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond cocked my dice, but it was a 9.
Okay. Oh, okay. How could you?
That's what I said.
Hmm?
Rude.
Let's see. Others with the oh my. All right, you're able to find 1 batch of bloodgrass, very common and in most terrains, so it's easy to pick up. And 1 bundle of wild sage root, also very common on most terrains. That's for you, Catherine. And Ignatius, what did you get?
23.
All right. Okay. Let's see then. You're able to find 1 batch of hydra thistle. It's uncommon, but thanks to, I think, the book that you drew pictures, you copied pictures out of back then we shop, you spotted like, oh, wait, is this? So hydra thistle, 1 batch, and ooh, rackwort bulbs. WRACKWORT. Bulbs. They're rare. You're able to find 1 batch of those.
Yeah, definitely Ignatius will excitedly turn them over to Ketri. Is this what I think it is? Pointing to the a bit of bulbs.
Oh my gosh, you just got super excited. Okay, rack, wort, bulbs. That was 1.
Yeah. They're huge white bulbs that can be found on small yellow mushrooms, often near swamps, wet caverns, or coastal lands. And the mushroom releases a puff of powder from these bulbs when threatened. So you very carefully collect them. And it tends to confuse and hinder a person. When harvested successfully, these bulbs can be ground into a paste and imbibed within magical water to diminish the size of a bean. Help reduce people.
And what was the other one? If it was given passed as well to Catherine?
Yep. Dan?
Hydra thistle. HYDRA THISPLE. Hydra thistle.
Yeah, a couple of these I haven't had yet, so she's super excited.
Nice.
Her list is growing. Okay.
The little new codex pops up as you collect it. The hydra thistle, named for its appearance, this three-pronged blue and black flower is often found in dark and dank environments. And you did, in fact, find it near a coastal cave. When used alone, the thistle has no real beneficial effects. However, skilled alchemists have been able to use highly powerful and natural water, concoct potions that allow them to breathe in water with the aid of hydra thistle. So, help out with some underwater breathing. All right.
Great.
All right. Well, midway through this week, you're on your way to the second river. There's, a little bit of travel on the road, and you all settle in for camp one night. I should be doing weekly checks too. I've entirely blanked. But as you're just setting up tents and collecting wood for the campfire and everything else, another wagon pulls off to the side of the road. You see a small group of mouse folk. They get out of their wagon, and two of them stay behind the wagon, and one comes over. Hello. Sorry. Has anyone approached them to engage?
Yes.
Okay, Kefri, Shar. Okay.
They're so cute.
They're like 5'4", little, definitely have the mousy features of mouse folk.
Oh, they're my size. In real life.
Nice. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm traveling with children, and well, it's just a bit. We found it a bit unsafe on the roads, and we were hoping that perhaps you all look very capable. We could maybe give you just some coin if we could camp with you for the night. If you'd be willing.
Oh my god, yes, we would love to. Oh,
You can't just agree immediately.
yes, I know, sorry.
It could be a
I
scam.
don't know what to say.
Could I roll an insight check on there's children?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're just too excited. Like,
I'd
That's
also
a
like to insight.
Mm-hmm.
18 for
18. As best you could tell, they do seem to be his kids. So they're like teenagers. It's a little tough to tell with mouse folk, but they're like teen kids. But they seem to be like
Nice.
acting like teen kids over by the wagons. Like, oh, Dad, you know.
If you had coin to spare for protection, why would you not hire before you left your safety?
It's a very good question. Well, we didn't realize there'd be so much banditry on the road. And of course we wouldn't have had the coin anyways. Unfortunately, it's all right. If not, we understand. We're also we're hoping maybe even if we camp just nearby. So if there's trouble, we might call for aid. We don't have much, and we have to make it down to. We're looking to head to Starbridge, and I don't think we can risk losing any. Sorry, they were headed the opposite direction. They crossed paths. Stop. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Headed to Starbridge, and I don't think we can afford to lose any of our meals or goods along the way.
understandable.
Char turns away to talk to the rest of the people who didn't walk over.
Yeah. Ash will go. You just give us one moment.
Of
We just want
course.
to talk to our group about it, okay?
Understood.
I had to. She doesn't know where to go.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Oh,
We'll be
okay.
back. We're just discussing.
Right.
kind of walks back over to his wagon with the kids to let you all have space.
What's going on?
You.
No.
Because
They want to-
Ignatius was tending while they were stopped. He was attending to Bill and Billy and Teddy, just making sure they were
Did you say
okay.
they were going in the opposite direction?
Yeah, I'm sorry. They were headed in the opposite. They were coming from the northeast, headed southwest towards Starbridge.
Oh, well then, why come with us?
They just want to camp the night for safety.
Oh, for camp.
Yeah. Ash will fill the rest in about what the mice were wanting. The mouse folk, I mean.
Oh, well,
I don't see why not.
I
Yeah,
suggest we double the guards.
All right.
Rude.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Yes,
that
just
would
one
be
night.
the best way. Sure. Yeah. How many did I see when I looked over there, Dan?
3 in total. Him and
3
2
in
others.
total. Oh, they're fine. Just 3 of them.
They have a covered wagon. But you see 2 in the front seat.
I'm sure that there's only bedding in there.
Really nothing terrible.
yeah.
I'm sure it's just supplies that they're
Sure.
moving.
I'm sorry, but Dan with the
Every
there's a
time.
covered wagon. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine though.
It's just bedding. Yeah. Just boxes of things.
Yeah, if we
No
just
big
have 2
deal.
people, if you just have 2 people on guard, we'll be fine.
Sure. Okay. Act 3, did you want to tell them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with you.
He leaves. I mean, oh.
Oh, Ash will jump
You
to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're over by their wagon currently. Just talking to his kids.
Okay. We're all in agreement now.
Oh,
You
woo!
can totally come
I
stay
didn't
with
see you.
us, and yeah,
Oh, you're all too kind. Oh,
thank you.
Truly, Bridget, what do we owe you? We don't have much, but we're willing to give what we can.
I,
I don't think you owe us nothing.
oh,
Keep your money for your family.
You sure?
Ishar's standing there and staring down at them with her arms folded.
Ah,
Well, thank you. All right, kids. Now, mind your manners while we're here. Let's help out. Let's help you all set up camp. We don't again have much. But we can certainly do our part in labor.
Eris will go back to the river to start fishing more.
Nice, nice.
what's the weather?
You know, it's a good question. I've got a little roll system I use here. It is raining lightly right now.
Like, are we in?
Oh, it's February.
Spring.
Actually, may be in March now because it was 21st. So we're in late March, so it's like that still chilly, winter holding on, but
Perfect.
muck and muddy. Yeah.
All I needed to know.
Ash will pull the dad, right? They said
Mhm.
they were the father. Ash will pull the father aside as they're walking over, if it doesn't seem like it surprises him too much. Oh, is there anything that we should I understand that people are different. Is there anything that we should be aware of with your young ones? Any kind of things that might make them scared or upset or
No, they're
any triggers?
that's awfully kind of you to ask. I think none that I can think of.
Okay.
They're teens and they live up to the what you might expect anyway. But I think
What's
they'll
that
be
supposed to
able
mean?
Sorry.
You have a problem with teenagers?
No, not at all. Just saying that my particular teens are sometimes a bit eye roll heavy at work and other things.
Yeah.
That's all.
Brazura rolls her eyes.
But that's it. I don't think they'll be on best behavior, and
Sure.
we're here to help.
Of course. Yeah. All right.
Wonderful. All right, well, let's get to work. Let us get to work and tell us anything you need. And they'll just start worrying about doing whatever labor, helping with the wood, build a fire, set up tents.
Catherine would like to take whatever watch, like first watch, whatever it is. She wants conversations with these mouse folk.
Oh, well, they all sit down. If you're allowed anyway, they'll sit down with you for dinner time. So they don't have
Yes.
much in rations, but they'll bring some over.
Eris has pulled out like 4 massive fish and is just like, we can share.
Oh, it's incredible. I've never seen anyone catch fish like this. It's out of a river. There's so much food. Are you absolutely certain?
But yeah, that's what the fish are for. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'll chill it up. Say thank yous. Dead.
And if they
Thank you.
need more, she doesn't mind going to get more because it puts her in the water where she
Nice.
wants to be.
Awesome.
I would like to note that Char does not relinquish any of the cooking duties and does not let them help with setting up her tent.
Oh.
Nice. Thank you all so much. They're like clearly hungry. They've been rationing out their rations pretty hard. And they are scarfing down, the food respectfully to ask each time for another helping. Make sure they're not overeating their welcome. What if it's all right to ask us? I know we're strangers. Don't feel any pressure, but what puts you out on the road yourselves? Where are you headed?
Heading back home, going to Stone Ferry Landing.
Oh. Well, that's not too far, right? I know of it, but not how far.
A couple more weeks.
Lovely. Lovely.
Where are you coming from?
We come from a small mountain village on just near the northern tip of Cragmount. Cragmount Peaks. Guess we don't really have a name for it. Very small. Founded quite some time ago, but not much of a village left, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
We're just gonna put out a little insight check to see if they're up for sharing. Okay. Well, the city itself was founded a few decades ago because of some mining veins, some veins of important minerals that were found in the mountains. Now, unfortunately, it only took a decade or so for those to run dry. They used up. And the town has sort of shrunk since then. Mostly relying on trade with the settlement of harpies that live nearby. Did a lot of hunting further up the mountains. They had some of what we needed. We had some of what they needed. But unfortunately, I'm not really sure what happened. We had a lot of good relations with the Harpies for a couple of decades or more. Take a little sip of their drink. But There was an incursion. They almost like they were different people. Came into the village, tore things down, burned homes. Now the missus passed just a couple of years ago, and literally not much left of the city, the town now, the village. I think most of us escaped. Ran. I think some are headed up to Stone Fury. But my wife had always talked about there's another continent nearby, Xi'an Vei. Can get to from Starbridge, to where she was from originally. Quite lovely, and I always intended to go there together someday, but with her gone and the village destroyed, it seemed like a place to go. And here we are.
I don't know how long it's been since we've like sat down and started, and just how fast of a crocheter Catherine is. I'm pretty sure she's super fast. She's making scarves for all of them.
Oh, so
So.
sweet.
She's if she has at least 3 of them ready, she'll go ahead and pass them
Okay,
out.
nice.
Wouldn't that be a dex roll?
I
An
have the
athletics
tools.
check with or acrobatics,
Can
finger
this
acrobatics.
count?
Yeah. Nice. By the way, I'm terribly sorry I'm so late for introductions. My name's Samuel. This is my daughter Mitzi, and my son Bernard. Mitzi, she, her. My son Bernard, he, they. I'm Samuel, he, him. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And again, thank you so much for your generosity. You know, it's just nice to see that that's still out here in the world.
Of course. I think you'll love it in Starbridge. It's lovely. I've been there.
Well, enough for the passage to sail out. Starting life in Xi'an Vei. Hoping for the best. I know it's a bit not foolish, but I know there's lots of challenges that come with small villages here in this new world. But I think we're going to move into a large city, have a little more protection from the unknowns like this.
Sure. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Lovely horses, by the way. They're very strong. They're like hanging out next to their horses that are pretty meek. Anyone have anything else they want to chat with the mice folk about? Otherwise, I'll wrap them up.
I'm sure that you don't need to role play it, but I'm sure that Ash would ask them about them. Would not ask them, but ask if Samuel had heard of the great moth.
Great moth. Oh, I'm willing to hear about it if you want to share.
If you had heard of it, you would know. Yeah, I'll give you this little pamphlet. I did that to myself.
Oh.
You see, you open it up there, it gives a little history.
Oh,
but
it pops up a bit. What is that?
Yes. Yeah, I did that for some scraps of paper.
Lovely.
But yeah, so the great moth. And she'll just go into the whole spiel of the great moth, and yeah.
Well, you'll give this a bit of a think on. If I'd known about him sooner, be in a better position. But thank you. Tucks it into an inside pocket. Give it some thought. That's it. Well, I'll tend to set up they're sort of like not in your camp, but just down a little bit to give you privacy and everything. We're just down there. We'll give a shout if anything happens, but hopefully, we haven't encountered any brigands ourselves, but on the journey, lots of people have been talking about it between coming up this way, so I'm extra nervous. So, fingers
Don't
crossed.
worry, we keep a guard.
Oh, thank you. All right, children, let's head to bed. Leave these folks to the evening. All right. They all thank you, and they head to their little mousy tents. Get some rest.
Little mouthy dance.
Yeah, all right. So we have watch tonight. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, it's been so long. Is it is Grisura Ignatius is first, sometimes with Kethri second?
I just want to be paired up with whoever.
Okay.
So yes, just whoever.
Eris does second and third.
Second and third.
Because she only has to meditate for 4 hours, so.
Ah, okay.
She'll do the
Second
next.
and third for Eris. Ignatius on second. Grisura, were you on first?
Ignatius
Who's
on first.
I can't remember where Grisura was. I think Grisura. I can't third, but I can't remember for sure.
Third, okay. Anyone for first shift? That's Ignatius? Or no, Ignatius was
First.
Okay, anyone with Ignatius?
I can-
Ash will. Oh, go ahead.
I was
We're
gonna say,
all
I can
gonna-
take first or third.
So much fun today. I love it.
Same.
Okay, who would like
I just need to be
on
able to sleep 8
first
hours,
shift?
so
Ignatius, Ash, and Shar? Are on first.
Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
And Grisura's going to cast alarm on their tent tonight because they're a little suspicious.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So first shift, Ignatius, Ash, and Shar. Can you each roll a perception check for me? And Ash, let me know what you get first.
The 14.
Okay, Ignatius.
9.
And Shar.
dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh. The first shift goes by. There's typical sounds you would expect at night that you've heard along the journey so far, but nothing that stands out. No critters, no prizes. Any role play among the three of you? Don't have to. Just one pause in case.
Char will alternate between like flying to scope around and being down on the ground, and every once in a while, like while she's on the ground, she'll come up to Ash with trans questions.
Mm-hmm. These are the techniques that I try. Yeah. Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay. So second shift was Kethri, Eris. Is Grisura doing any shifts tonight? Or third, right? Grisura was third. Okay. All right. So I'll let Ash, Ignatius, and Shard decide who's going to wake up Kethri and Eris. I'll let you role play that out because that's my favorite thing.
I mean, Char will just start walking to Kethri's tent.
Okay. Ash, Ignatius, which one of you wants to wake up Eris?
Oh, Eris? Yeah, Ignatius will wake up Eris.
I'll let Char and Ignatius role play out their respective. Char, if you want to go first, since you answered first.
Not that we ever talked about anything specific, but I feel like Char would probably have some cute way of waking up Kethri from when they were little. You know, like when there's just something early in the morning before everyone else was up.
It's slapping them across the face.
No, it's not.
Wow.
You've got a
Do that
taste,
now.
and you can't.
She sleeps with her blades now. Smart idea.
Nice. All right.
I think she'll just like poke her face a little. Kethri.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Smush the cheeks around.
Oh, no. Hi.
It's time for your shift.
Well, okay. well, was yours eventful?
No.
Nice.
And she'll kind of like uh roll in onto the side to push Kethri out and then start sleeping on hers.
Nice.
That's fine.
Gets released.
I'm watching.
Nice. Okay.
Good night.
And Ignatius, I'll let you role play out waking Eris up.
Okay. He'll cautiously approach the tent. I guess being meditation. Do you meditate?
She's just laying down.
Oh, okay. So seeing that she's meditating, he would probably just, instead of poking or prodding or doing anything like that, he'll just very firmly, but lowly. Eris,
Mm-hmm. My turn?
your turn.
Alright. That felt like 5 minutes.
Sorry to hear. Sorry.
Nice. Eris groggily from the trance. Gets up.
So Eris is gonna go out of her tent and just face plant into the water in the river.
Nice.
Just stay down there for a minute and then come out waking up, and then she'll
Nice.
start fishing fishing a little bit,
Mhm.
keeping an eye out, along on the opposite side of the coast.
Nice. Okay, let's see. So that is Kethri and Eris. If you want to make perception checks.
I rolled a 21.
Nice. Oh no, Kethri.
That's a natural 1 for a 4.
Whee!
Yay!
Awesome. You're
You're
just like,
doing great.
the mouse folks are doing little mousy snores. And it's just like it's just so cute. That's all that takes your attention up.
I don't think Catherine's ever seen mouse folk before, so she's very intrigued and distracted and wants to know everything
Nice,
about
nice.
him. So this makes sense.
Awesome.
While
Mhm.
Eris is keeping an eye out, she's gonna do a bit of fishing, and then she's
Mm.
gonna start like deboning and preparing the fish, and she's gonna use a bit of salt from her explorer's pack and
Oh.
just kind of salt it and package it up.
Oh,
And she'll do that all night.
okay. All
Catherine's
right.
also watching this and not understanding what's happening.
Nice, nice. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so you have the leaf wraps on wrap it up with the salt and stuff. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and she'll like, as she's keeping, like, she can do this without looking at the fish, I'm assuming by
Yeah.
now. And so she'll just kind of like how Kethri will just crochet and look around. Eris will catch and prepare fish and look around.
Perfect. All right. As third shift comes around, Eris, you're continuing. Kethri, can you please? You'll be waking up Grisura, so I'll let you role play.
I guess Catherine
Mhm.
wouldn't know about the alarm, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. So she'll walk over to the tent and just kind of like on a high from all the new stuff happening, just kind of like open, be like, Grisura! It's
Woo, woo.
There's like an immediate like arrow in your face.
Ah.
Hi, Kethri. Time for my watch.
I see we have the same response. Okay. Yep. Yes.
One step at a
Okay.
time.
Oh, give me a minute.
Slowly, you hear the bowstring lose its tension.
Catherine's gonna wait until Grisura actually walks out of her tent.
Grisura will be out in about 2 minutes, looking much better. But
That's right. Yeah, Grisura's wake up. I love it.
Go back to bed now.
Nice. All right, you head off to bed. So Eris, I've got your perception checker ready for the night, so it'll just be Grisura rolling this time.
5.
Hi, okay. Keeping a careful eye out. Unsure about the mouse folk and situations. However, just as the first and second shift went, third shift goes by smoothly without any issues. You, Grisura, you catch Eris, keeping an eye out, but also fishing and cleaning up the fish, gutting, cleaning, deboning, and salting, packing them up. And just to say that you're aware of that. And morning comes around. Sun begins peeking over Cragmount peaks there, and the night watch is done. You're all able to wake up, have your typical breakfast, coffee, whatever it is, your tea, whatever you might like. The mouse folk come over early to see what they can do to help pack up, and I just want to see what we can do to help out before we hit the road. We're all packed up. Well, I thought,
Here, Eris will take a stack of the fish that she prepared and just give it to him. Yeah.
It's like super heavy to them. Here you go. All this.
Yeah.
Many blessings
you're-
to you all.
Nah, it's nothing much. It's just you're not gonna be near any water for a while, so just give you the good stuff.
Thank you so much. So much.
And I did keep a bunch for our group, but I'm assuming since she was fishing for like 8 hours straight, she got a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So she'll give them a ton, and then there's a ton in our wagon.
Nice. No, Mitzi, here, give them one hand. And they all pack it up into the side of their wagon.
Ash is going to Father. Okay, could you hold out your hand for a second?
All right.
I have something to give you. And she's going to place in their hand a cutout moth, like made out of paper, that they've inked in and colored in with ink. It's for protection. So if you just put it in your pocket, it'll protect you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's put that in the safest pocket, and they look around and put it in one of their pockets. Thank you all for the and they flip the scarf around for these, of course, the Catherine, and this, and the pats the pocket, and there's and extremely generous, all the fish that will help us with our rations a great deal along the way.
It's kind of thin.
And you can see they were definitely on the borderline of surviving with what they had. I just been through a lot, and I can't tell you how much it means that there's folks like you here on we're total strangers to you, taking such wonderful care of us. You make the world a better place, folks like you. Just want to share that before we set out. Thank you.
Thank you for the company.
Kids, Thank you. Well, thank you. All right, come on. Well, we'll get out of here. You have safest of travels. I hope you find everything you're looking for, and have a wonderful return home. Looks to Eris and Stonefury. Right, they get their horses hitched and your little squeaky waves as they head on out.
Good luck.
Safe travels.
Yeah, they head southwest, opposite direction there. You get your cart ready and begin continue the journey. Fording the river today. The road, as Eris knows, where the road is kind of it's like a dirt road here, basically. Um, that does go across the narrowest portion of the river. So it is the best. There is a little fording to do, but the water's really low. Another couple of weeks, and it's probably much higher as things really properly start thawing. Excuse me. All right, but we've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna do the next 2 weeks of travel. NERP for the next 2 weeks. But you're gonna make your way by the end of 2 weeks. You're getting past the northern tip of Cragmount Peaks and into the Plains of Power.
Eris is just looking towards the ocean most of the time and just remembering her dreams that because she walked all around these mountains for a couple of times. So she's just kind of silently reminiscing.
Nice, yeah. In fact, yeah, over these 2 weeks, you'll end up losing sight of the ocean because you're getting pretty far inland, about a week and a half inland, a couple weeks inland. So first couple days like, oh, and then like, right, I remember. So you had the loop de loop. Yeah, yep. All right. So we're yeah.
Quick question, Dan. This is really
Sure.
reaching out there and random. With Ash's history in the Feywild, is there any indication? My idea was to carve something into a tree, as we're traveling. But is there anything in like that I'm unaware of in like Feywild lore that would make that seem like a bet? Like, is it okay to carve into a tree's bark? You know what I mean?
I
Or is that
see.
just up to my own decision as the player?
Gotcha. I'll say it's okay to do so as long as the tree isn't named. Sometimes you gotta ask the tree.
Okay.
If it doesn't answer you, it's probably not named, or it's just being tricky.
So I think every night, since Ash only trances, she's gonna start while they're traveling every night. If there's a tree around, she will ask it, and try to find one that doesn't answer back. And if she does, she will carve a moth design into it that looks like a moth.
None of them answer. Be pretty safe each night.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Anything else? Let me double check before I advance. Next couple
Herbalism.
Herbalism. Okay, go ahead and make those rolls. Eris, unfortunately, we're too landlocked for sea ones, but if you want to help on land, you still can because you're proficient.
She'll help just because she has walked all over these mountains.
Okay. Nice, yeah. So Eris, your roll is a straight roll. Ash, unfortunately, is still disadvantaged. And Ignatius and Ketri, let me know how you want to do it. Eris, what's your roll?
8.
8. All right. With that one and being on land, unfortunately, you're find some things that look very similar. Those tricky ones. It's like, no, but unfortunately, nothing this particular round.
Do I find some seasoning to put on the dried fish?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty of that. Nice. Ash, how about you?
Is this the herbalism check? I'm sorry.
Yes, this is disadvantage herbalism. Well, survival.
Disadvantage, sir. Right. Oh, I rolled a 17 and an 18, so a 19.
Wow, nice.
All right. All right. Well, we are near the mountains here, so let's see.
And Tasha, anything that he says or anything they say will go to you.
You were able to find. It's going to be, because this is uncommon, it's just one batch, but it's dried ephedra.
Dried what?
Ephedra. EPHEDRA. One batch.
Okay.
And Ignatius and Catherine, how would you like to go about today's roll?
I'm giving Ignatius advantage.
Already?
Okay.
Also the seasonings, since Shar is the one doing all the cooking, I'll give those to Shar.
Oh, nice, nice.
She just kind of walks over here.
Nice. You recognize it, Shar, the different seasonings and.
Thank you.
That's it. That's the interaction.
It feels right, yeah. Awesome. Ignatius, what'd you get?
13.
13. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we with our mountain? Mountain. Nope. Wouldn't be able to find out 13. Mountain. Nope. All right. In that case, we will look at plans. Here we go. Nope. Oh, here we go, mountain there. Perfect, perfect. You're able to find, what was it again? 19?
13.
13. Okay. So you're able to find one batch of Dracus flower. Drakus flower.
And I will, yes, turn that over to Ketri.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. I'll quickly check in. Anything for anyone else before we reach the planes of power?
Just more trance practice for me, and occasionally attempting to do like transfer the element like from the draconic strike into weapons.
Oh, okay. Make a let's see. For the trancing, we were doing Constitution saving throw. If you don't mind doing another of those.
Evan.
Yeah. So that first hour kind of clicked. The second hour of being able to do a full 4-hour trance is proving difficult. The dragon helps, but like after an hour, other things start to kind of float into your head. It breaks your concentration. You're sure you can get it with enough practice, but probably a frustrating couple of weeks here in attempting so. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, gosh, what would that even be? I would say give me a. Man. I guess like a wisdom check. Oh, it's middle of the road. There's some successes, some failures. Lots of successes, lots of failures. But you feel like maybe you're carving out some headway with that. Ignatius still imbuing the branch. Okay, perfect. At the end of the day, just before bed. Right. So we're about a week and a half. We're not quite at the planes of power. I just gotta roll for these 2 weeks. So first week goes by uneventful. Second week, yeah, it's about halfway through the week. We're nearing the northern peak of the mountains. And the weather just starts to get kind of crummy. It's raining for a couple of days, pretty heavily, but the rain lets up. But then you're left with this, the next couple of nights is like a fog. Rolls in real heavy in the evening, persists through the night. By mid-morning, it's cleared. Oh, don't say me out. But the next night, it's back and really prohibits, just makes it very difficult for perception checks. So we'll do our rolls for this particular night. We'll have disadvantage. However, before we do that, everyone on the trail, long, hard trail, takes a nice bathroom break before settling in for the night.
Crazy.
So we'll take about a 10-minute break. Our audio will be hot, so chat with us if you like, and we'll be back in 10. Catch y'all soon. Okay. Oh my God. Oh. All right. I am going to go look for a snack. Yeah. Deal with the disadvantage night check. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun dun dun.
Dun. You want to see what I'm working on tonight?
Oh, sure.
I didn't put in the Discord. It was on my Insta. Okay, so I made.
Aw,
Like-
so adorable.
There we go. It's supposed to be more of a little smirk. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
teacup. This is for
Yeah.
Tuesday night, but like, this is my teacup for Comic Con. I should, in theory, have this finished before tonight, but I have been dying over how, like, I don't know what I'm doing, first of all, with this.
Sure.
It's
Wow, Jesus. It's huge.
No, it's the same size.
Oh, is it? It looks bigger, but oh yeah, okay.
Because yeah, this isn't folded in yet. It's
Okay.
not done, but like the fangs,
Cute.
like I
Yeah.
did it so many times that I was like, I'm done. But like,
Sure. It looks adorable. Yeah. It looks like a kid's drawing come to life.
thank you. That's a compliment. So
Yeah, hey kid, draw a vampire mug. That's what they
Draw a
would draw.
vampire draw that. Yeah, because I was trying to do it like in a the face or the smile line just like straight across and then do that, but it looked like I want to say dumb. It just didn't look. It looked boring. I'll say it looked
Yeah.
boring. So I was like, make him look kind of like he has a smirk, and then the fangs are going to have to be a different size because it's on a diagonal instead of a straight. And so that's what we ended up with, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what we're going with for Comic-Con. Okay. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
I don't like how heavy his dice is. Dice are.
You got metal ones?
Yeah, I think so. Trying to get all the good rolls out. Oops. No problem, I did that.
JJ? JJ? I'm trying. Mm-hmm. Whew. All right. Even then. Uh, mhm. Time is it? We're gonna read it. Oh, please, okay. That will bring us on back. Yee! I hit the button. Here we are. Yes, we have rainy weather a couple days and this fog that's rolled in at night. Past couple nights. So on the second night of fog here, we'll do our watch. Probably the most dangerous of nights given the low visibility. I'm assuming we're doing the same rounds as last time. Okay. In that case, we have starting out, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, we have Ignatius, Ash, and Shar doing first watch.
Catherine's not doing watches tonight because she doesn't perceive very well, and she's not going to do very well trying to perceive in this business.
Okay. Does that change?
If that alters the order.
Yeah, because Grazura's on third. I've got Eris on second and third. But Eris will be on her own on second, which is fine if that's what we want. But if anyone wants to go from first to second, first to third, whatever, let me know. Nope.
Ash will go from first to. Well, Ash will double up with someone.
First and second. Okay.
No, I mean she'll go on second.
Okay.
Instead of having 3 people in one, she'll go to another one if one only has one person.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. In that case, Ignatius and Shar are up first. We've settled in for the night. Extra chill in the air with the weather and the moisture. Ignatius and Shar, if you can roll perception checks for me, please. And Ignatius, let me know what you get once you get yours.
Straight.
Oh, sorry, right. Disadvantage tonight with the fog. Thank you for reminding me. The whole point.
Teacher, you forgot homework.
Nice.
I got 12.
All for Ignatius, okay. And for Shar?
15.
Nice.
Okay. Keep a careful eye out. You don't spot any movement in the fog. The density of the fog, is increased as the night goes by, just as it had the night before. But it's actually more quiet than the usual night so far. Fewer animal sounds, owls in the night, all that seem to be relatively hushed. First shift goes by uneventful. So, Shar, I'll let you wake up. No, Catherine's not getting woken up. Who wants to wake up Ash? Who wants to wake up Eris?
I'll get Ash.
Yeah. And I'll wake up Eris since I experienced that before.
Nice. I mean, since Eris is near, it's sort of the same, like, oh.
Yeah.
My turn. And she'll get up and give you a nod as she gets out. And Shar, go ahead for yours.
She takes a little time kind of examining a bit and trying to pick up notes on their trance technique before lightly poking them.
Shar, is that you?
It's time for your shift.
Did I have my eyes open when I was trancing?
No.
But that was bothering me. Okay. Thank you. She gave her a pat on the shoulder and head out.
Oh. So Eris and Ash can go ahead and roll perception with disadvantage for tonight. Here's my disadvantage. The right click. And this is an 18. Wow. Yeah, for Eris.
Thank you.
And who was it? Ash.
Same.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. Right. Well. The next 4 hours go by slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little extra eerie, when there's fog and you're trying to see out more than 20 feet. The mind might dance to what dangerous creatures are just beyond that veil. However, for the most part, it seems uneventful.
Perfect.
As your gift is ending, let's see. Oops. Thank you. Sorry, my document signed me out in the middle of reading. Ash. Who and Eris have been on watch. Eris, is on watching the other side of camp, patrolling, elsewhere. The two of you were in different areas. You're counting down probably the minutes at this point. It's internal clocks telling you it's got to be time to switch soon. What do you be doing next with the rest of your morning, this and that? When you see movement, the fog.
Great more.
And a familiar set of eyes that you saw when you spoke to the great moth in your dream. They fade back into the fog.
Great. Ash, we go forward into the fog.
Carry on. So pushing through the fog. Of course, as you're moving, it's that visibility stays with you, but fairly dense. Maybe 20 feet down to 15 feet visibility or so. And as you push through, from within the fog, as you continue to advance, the form that, as you've imagined, the great moth stands before you. What does that look like to you? The great moth in their full form standing here.
I kind of just imagine it as like a big moth, like a really big moth. Like about probably. I mean, this is big to Ash, like 8 feet. 8 feet tall. With its, just a big moth that's like 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Probably with
So,
like with big eyes.
nice. No humanoid features, just a moth.
Yes.
Okay. Right. And you see, in fact, the great moth in their 8-foot moth form before you. And as the moth beats its wings, it almost speaks with them. And you hear a voice through this vibrating of the moth's wings. And as you're listening, trying to make out what it's saying, make a fresh perception. Actually, we can stick with the one you had. It was really good. It's 18, right?
Yes.
You're welcome to make a fresh perception check if you'd like. You're in a new area. Well, we won't go lower than the one you had before.
It's no better than an 18. In fact, I
Then-
think it's the exact same.
Oh, nice. Okay. Then it will stay at the 18. You see nearby, 5 feet off from the great moth, just a scattered pile of bones on the ground. The wings vibrated, so to speak, and tell you in common, without the wing vibration,
Sure.
why haven't you studied your cards harder?
I thought I had. I've been studying them most nights. Is it not good enough?
You tell me. Do you feel that you did your hardest? Red eyes glowing. Have you not been listening to my guidance? You tell me if you think it's enough. Because and it twists, its form over to the pile of bones. Now she's dead. Looks down at the wings.
Damn it.
What do you
What?
do?
What do you mean? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me that Willow is dead?
Looks down at the bones again. Yes.
Ash will take a couple of steps forward. Can I look?
It just turns away from you and looks down at the bones, and so to leave that open to you if you want to look.
Ash will take a few steps closer to the pile of bones. Hesitant, if not wanting to, but feeling like that she has to.
And take a look. There are some clothing adornments that are tattered and mixed along it. They look burned and singed. And a chain at the end of it, a necklace that you had made some time ago.
Ash will fall to her knees and I don't understand. I studied them. I came all this way. Are you saying this happened because of me?
Just nods. And
Is there nothing I can do?
you had your chance. I'm going to send you a direct message
Okay.
in Zoom as the camera sort of backs away from the scene.
Okay.
Oh, I have my note to send that included in there. Oops. Let me just copy the
Okay.
rest of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, but I'm going to put a pin in that. And I'm going to go over to Eris, who's out here on watch. Wait, is Eris back? I'm going to have to wait because Eris isn't back. However, I will jump over to Grisura. Grisura,
Hello?
you wake up abruptly. Gosh, a great deal of pain in your hip. Right hip. It just aches as you try and roll up. You're not sure what startled you awake. It was sort of a start awake. What would you like to do? You feel this pain and you just kind of jarred awake.
I mean, the obvious. Let's panically try to figure out whether something is biting me at this exact moment, and then if it's just a muscle thing, then probably just get up and stretch.
Okay. You react. You pull blankets and you reach down to look, and as you're mapping things out with your hands and moving stuff to look and see what's going on, you see that your arms are the arms of an elderly orc. meek, bony.
Crusader's gonna close her eyes and try and wake up again. See if anything's changed. Like, not really sure what to do here.
You do so, and you wake back up, and now it's the same. You look, your legs are the same. Your body, you can see some of your hair. It's faded gray.
Sano, mother? Mother, are you there?
As you speak, you find you have great difficulty hearing yourself. You can hear the voice within. Your ears are not picking up sound. They're almost deafened. But the voice you hear is that of seen much life.
Reserve's gonna do her best to pull herself together, and at least, even if she's still kneeling, just peek out of the tent and see where she is, when she is, what's going on.
Okay. You peek out. You see the other tents nearby. No sign of Ash. No sign of Eris. They seem to be patrolling, but not here at the camp. But the others' tents are nearby.
Does Gazura remember the spells that are prepared or not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It looks like Ignatius and Shar are in their tents. Probably just recently came back. They're in their tents, but they're ruffling around and such.
All right, Grisura's gonna try. I assume there's like a small fire, and that's how she's seeing, or the moon is out. Like there's some dim amount of light here.
Yeah, the moon, it's even though the fog's heavy here, it diffuses through and there's like a soft light over the camp.
Okay. Grisura will kind of move to the middle of the camp, sit somewhat awkwardly and uncomfortably, and just think. Just try and focus on what's the last thing she remembers, what happened, what could have happened, like what natural phenomenon is she aware of?
Okay.
You know, yeah, I think that's how she would approach it, because that's how she would approach a problem.
Okay. So make a history check if you would.
Five.
I'll say, as you are considering that, given the difficulties which it took to kind of walk out and sit, Ignatius and Shar, can you make perception checks to see if you hear? And Ignatius, let me know what you get first.
23.
Oh gosh, okay. And Shar?
These are flat rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 25.
These are just sound ones, yeah. Okay, all right, the two of you hear, a little bit of grounding, a little bit of, quiets down. Towards the middle of the camp. You don't have to do anything, but you heard it.
I cautiously peek through the tent.
See a very elderly, extremely elderly orc in Grisura's clothing. little loose on this elderly like sitting in the middle of the camp. Looks like it's probably it's so advanced in age it might be a little difficult to tell. Like, oh, that's Grisura, but Grisura features there. Well, you're sorry, Shar. Just quickly to check, Ignatius, are you also doing anything, or
He would probably do the same thing. Just peek out the tent.
okay, same thing then you'd say. Sorry, Shar. If you had something, please go ahead.
She grabs and unsheaths the katana and flies forward, and katana at the neck. In Orcish. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, she came out with a weapon, then absolutely going to try and defend myself.
You've got time to draw yours if you want.
Probably just try and, given that I'm a little bit unconfident about my physical abilities, you know, I probably do have winner's bite, so I'm probably gonna try and use like a staff and put it between us.
Okay.
Do I recognize the bow?
Mm-hmm. In fact, with your perception, now that you're this close, you can kind of tell, like, oh my gosh, it looks like a very, very, very aged Grisura.
But not just like a grandparent of Grisura, but like Grisura.
Oh, you'd be an 18, I think, right? Your perception?
I got a 25.
25, yeah, then you can tell. I'm going to pause you real quick, though. As that happens, that conflict of defense with the staff. Ignatius, is there anything you'd like to do as you saw that unfold?
I would approach and, oh God. Just maybe say wait. That's about the only thing. I mean, he wouldn't try to intervene, but he would try to get a sense of what is really going on, you know?
Okay.
Just having woken up to a noise and then seeing this unfold in front of him.
Yeah.
Just like wait, hold, you know, to both parties.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Your perception was 21?
23.
23. So you also see up closer now, like this, again, looks very much like Grisura, just a very, 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 very aged Grisura. I'll put it back to Shar and Grisura if you want.
Yeah.
As you come up, you're like, wait.
Char will pull back the katana a bit. Grisura.
Do you see it too?
The old.
Grisura will like hold up a hand and then we'll try and cast Dispel Magic on themselves.
I'll quickly add, as Grisura would notice, as Char's speaking, it sounds like a very soft, warbled speech. It's very difficult to hear and make out what she's saying. She's gonna, she'll, because of the way Char speaks, you can understand it, but it's very difficult. And I'm sorry, what do you cast on?
Dispel Magic on myself.
Oh, magic, okay. Now, look and watch, but nothing changes.
Grisura will close their eyes and try to tap into their half-orc passions that they sometimes try and repress. That they're going to try and summon their rage and see if that emotion can bring some physical vitality to their form.
Right.
So it'll probably start with like a low growl, but it will just build.
Love that.
Get as loud as this Grisura can get.
All right, you focus inward, and you let the thoughts that you're feeling serve as kindling to this rage, this being trapped in this frame that's near the end of its life. Not being able to hear, the terror of never hearing a tale or a story again, not being able to adventure with these, stokes this flame. And I will send you a direct message. Right. Here's the rest. Make sure I sent this to the right person. All right, I'm going to put a pin in Grazura here. And we're going to go over to, actually, we should probably go to Catherine. Yeah. Catherine,
Yes.
you've got 16 hours ahead of you to sleep. It was like, yeah, I'm just going to have a good night's rest.
Perfect.
You get about almost 8 hours into it. Almost 8 hours. However, you are startled awake as your tent opens, and coming through, it's the fog kind of comes with them, barging in. Allendale. Is it you, Catherine? Hey, Catherine,
And
wake.
she had her hand on her weapon, like as instinct, and then just kind of drops it.
You have to wake up. We have to leave. She's coming. You have to leave.
Okay, I have to go get my sister. Okay,
Just as long as it's quick. She's found you. She's no doubt right behind me. I took the opportunity to escape and try to get here before she did, but I was delayed. Please, let's go get who we must. As you hear screams erupt from the campsite outside. Oh no. No,
have your
Catherine.
weapons.
Maybe you should just go out the back of your tent. I'll face her. You just need to be free. You can't go back. Gotten worse. You can't go back.
You're coming with me.
If I go, she'll catch up too quickly. I'll face her. I'll face her and buy you the time you need.
No. She grabs onto their wrists if possible to try to like yank back, and we're gonna just go out the back of the tent.
All right, you pull them and they come along. You step out the back of the tent. Make a quick perception check as you're kind of like stepping out and you're assessing the situation.
Great at those. 7.
It's okay. You don't need a big one for this. Do a quick glimpse around the camp through the dim light. And you see the campsite littered with bloodied bodies of your comrades. A very wounded Shar, broken on her knees, held by the back of her hair by none other than her. And she's looking over at the rustling of the tent. Fleeing, are we? Not again, dear. I bought you. You're my property. You're my experiment. You have no right to do as you please. What do you do?
Initially frozen in pure terror, and after she kind of snaps a little bit to look down at Shar, she screams and tells her, like, let her go, just as loud as she could. I'm not screaming here, but yeah. Let her go.
Well, she pulls tighter on Shar's hair. Shar flinches back. Well, that all depends, dear. You're going to tell me how you survived. But this one? A sister, I assume? Well, maybe I can replicate your experiment with her, if you're not going to give me answers.
You will not lay a finger on her.
Then give me the answers I see.
She wants to take her weapon, her katana, new pretty katana, and like shakily just like raise it to her. And she's trying to come up with like the courage, but so like her voice is super shaky, and she's like, and she tells her, you don't deserve the answer, and she's gonna try to charge. Not very well, but she's gonna try.
You begin to charge, and you see for a moment in her face not what she was expecting. In a quick moment of her mastery over magic, she releases Shar's hair, and Shar gets flung up in front of her, stretched out, bound to seemingly nothing. And this guy, take another step, and thank you. Where I'm going. Maybe you should just come with me. I'll leave this lovely sister aside. You and that rat that found you first. You'll return with me, and she'll be safe.
She'll hold up her hands with her sword. She's yeah. Let her go. Let them go. And then I'll go back. Just let them both go.
I'll let her go and her traveling companions. You and the rat are coming back with me. Tosses a pair of manacles over to you, and then one to Hallandale. Put them on.
Yeah, I guess she'll put them on.
You put them on, you feel they immediately begin draining your magic and your physical energy as you do. Hallandil, what's this? Theirs on. He lets Shar just drop with a thud to the ground. Very good. It begins walking over to you. I'm going to send you a direct message. Okay. All right. We'll move on next to Eris. Eris, you put on watch. A pretty good, watch. You haven't really seen too much, thankfully. Well, so I guess there's no fishing to do here. So, you're doing your usual routine. You're moving around. You take a minute to stretch. Oh, and sit down, set your great axe, like not to the side, right? But like next to you, leaned up against you. Oh, just taking a moment to stretch and such. And you hear a voice back. Not too far. You didn't, you're watching the perimeter of the camp, but you hear a voice back in the camp yelling. That's all you've got? You're pathetic. You're all pathetic. Fight me. Someone present a challenge. And you hear some more clinks, clanks, and some magic whirring.
Damn it.
Do I recognize this voice?
The voice sounds unfamiliar.
Well, it sounds like she'll kind of like look around and head towards that, just curious.
Are you grabbing the battle axe and going?
Of course I'm grabbing my axe.
Nice. You go to grab your battle axe. For some reason, it feels too heavy to lift. You look over and you see this small, fragile arm reaching up. You look around at your body. You've lost like 7/8 of your muscle mass. You're down to just a scrawny size. What do? You hear the sounds of battle back in the camp. Battle axe too heavy to carry. You can drag it.
She'll look down. Does she still have her coral bracer?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She'll just kind of look around and be like, what the crap
Mm-hmm.
is this? And then she'll like smack herself to try to wake herself up.
You smack yourself, and it's weird because it hurts a lot, but also like you could have sworn you could smack yourself harder, but like even the armor, the shark skin armor feels heavy on your torso, which has just not really ever been a thing for you.
No. Uh,
So it's
and it's super foggy around, right?
yeah.
Have I ever seen this kind of fog on the sea? Or is this
It
like
looks
a
like sea
or
fog.
have I seen this in this area before? Like have I encountered this in this area?
Yeah, I think it's pretty common in this area that fog rolls in. It was here last night as well. But because you're entering almost the plains area, and there's just a lot that settles on it when there's like a lot.
But like this particular nightmare type thing, like nightmare fog, has she experienced that before in her previous wanderings?
You can make a history check if you like to see if there's any sort of nightmare inducing.
Okay, let's make a flat roll. That is a 6.
Yeah, none,
It's
none
not
that you
my
can
fault
think
I
of.
rolled badly. I mean, the cat's telling you, you gotta tell me the truth. That's what she's saying.
Nice. Yeah, no, everything. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely scary, but you're like, I don't. Maybe no, I don't know. I can't think of any. Not to say that you can't think that that's what it is. Just that you haven't ever encountered or heard of anything. But you
Uh-huh.
hear some like pained sounds now from your comrades. Maybe about
Okay.
80, 100 feet away or so at the camp. Ah,
Let
Ignatius.
me hang on. I'm just looking something up on D&D Beyond really quick. Yep.
Katie heard about the mouse folk.
Yes, exactly. Okay. All right. So my bracer, it's magical, and she's gonna go. All right. Okay. If ever you were with me, now I need you. And she's gonna turn her bracer into a battle axe. And she should just be able to wield it.
Yeah, anything you're proficient in.
Mm-hmm.
So you go ahead
So,
and,
but
and
it
are you
shouldn't be
to,
too heavy or anything for her.
is it the battle axe, the big D10,
It's
D12?
no, it's the tier
Okay, no, I mean, like, what's it shifting into that?
into a battle axe. Yeah.
Okay. Shing, boom, goes down to the ground.
All right. She'll drag it along and go over to where everybody is sounded in pain.
Okay. Yeah, the sounds start to die down as you're approaching fewer magic spells being fired, fewer clangs of metal. And as you arrive through the fog, find most of your comrades knocked out or near unconscious on the ground. And there's a person there, looks to be of a barbarian of some sort, just raging. Ah, oh, who are you? Approach.
Um, she'll just kind of she will rage. You know what? She's not gonna answer. Her answer is a barbarian rage, and she's gonna hope that lightning activates.
Nice. So you go into this rage, and you're familiar with this. You've done it 100 times. But as you rage, the only thing it brings forth are tears and a little static energy. You just start feeling tears well up instead of your rage. Everything turns to these thoughts that just translate immediately to like an incredible sadness and tear-inducing sadness.
I hate this, Dan.
I'm sorry. Ah, pathetic. Are you here to? You're not worried. Mop up after your friends. Back to.
She'll turn her weapon into a bow and fire it. She's proficient in all weapons.
That's yep, light enough for your muscles. Go ahead and roll a d12 and add your dexterity modifier.
E12? Let me actually pull one out. Ooh, and add my dexterity modifier? 12.
Plus proficiency.
Plus proficiency, 15.
Okay, that just hits. Roll a d4 though for damage.
D4? Fine, hang on. I'll use my cheese 4.
Nice, I love that.
That's a... Guys, why do I always roll ones for damage?
Oh no! You fire, and it just like, pling, not even bounces off the armor, but the again, and it just little trickle of blood. Ugh.
I have extra attack. I'm gonna fire again.
Go for it. Yeah, D12 plus your dex plus your
So 5 is 12.
fires right over their shoulder. He just turn their back to you and walk away. And as you're pondering, I'm gonna send you a direct message.
Damn it! Damn it!
And I'm gonna put a pin in that. All right. Ash, Eris, Brazura, Ignatius. It's about 8 hours.
I sent you a DM, by the way, on Zoom.
On Zoom. Okay. Just
It's probably half. I don't know how far up you're going to have to go. everybody's been
getting real on the ding. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, what I'll say is, if you want, as we play this out and you want to consider that, we'll have a thing for it. Yep. For now, you're like almost 8 hours in, and you wake up, and there's an odd silence that's fallen over the whole camp. Eerie. You're still in your tent, but it's never this quiet. It's like an absence of noise. Would you like to do anything?
Slowly step outside the tent.
Oh. You do so. You find that the other tents are abandoned. Everyone's items, all their things are packed up. Have been packed up and removed. They're gone. It's as though everyone's up and left, leaving you behind. You do see on the log, the spit over the fire, a note packed into. It's like early hours, lights coming in.
I'll take a look at the. Yeah. I will. Yeah, and then shout, half shout, maybe just enough for the area for the tents. Hello.
Around. No response. You can kind of see in the tents. No one's there. Bedroll's gone. Everyone's packs and everything.
Start almost hurriedly going from tent to tent. Yeah, looking.
You can see, it's as though they took their time tidying up, leaving tents, but tidying up, taking all their stuff, and leaving at night.
Okay, I will then see the note and check the note.
Oh. Over and begin reading the note. Dear Ignatius, we cannot thank you enough for the time spent together. Your help has been invaluable. Your friendship a constant warmth on our journey together. The decision to leave you behind was a difficult one, but your refusal to accept the reality of your ever worsening vision impairment, we, for safety reasons, felt we had no choice. As you're reading this, you feel like the letters are growing a little fuzzy, a little difficult to read. Do you want to continue reading the note?
Yeah, and it'll sort of like start moving the paper back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
trying to adjust.
Okay. You continue on, striving to reach the end of the letter. We understand why you don't want to face it. It's the end of an era for you. We know the denial comes from a place of despair, and it breaks our hearts. But when your fading vision jeopardized our safety the other day, we knew it was time to go our separate ways. And the strain of your on your eyes is almost painful now. You take a moment and rub them and try and rub out that ache to them. But there's more to the letter. You want to continue, try and finish the letter?
I'll keep trying. Oh yeah.
We thank you again for all our time spent together. We'll see to it that Ash's arm is regrown, so don't let that weigh on your conscience. We trust you can find your way to town, and we hope you seek treatment, and that perhaps our paths will cross once more. All the best to you, Fred. And you imagine the fuzzy scribbles at the end are everyone's signatures, but try as you might, they won't come in to focus.
He'll struggle with that and keep struggling until the heat will build in his hands,
Mm.
and he'll burn the note in his hands. And frustratingly, I would imagine, like, start spinning around,
Mm.
looking at everything, testing, and
Mm.
seeing what's up, if anything is really up with his eyes.
Mm.
Or is it just trying to read a note?
Right.
And he's going to start thinking to himself, how am I going to find my way out of here?
You look around at the fuzzy blobs that you know to be tense, as you saw them only recently. But now everything, this haze of fuzz. There are larger blobs you surmise to be the horse and wagon. They're trained to ride to the next town. Party left behind for you. But in your heart, aside from these feelings, in this moment, everyone leaving, you also face that everything that you set out to do and hope to do. How can you study any of that without eyesight? Your life's purpose. What would you like to do?
He'll Ignatius would start. This can't be happening. This isn't happening. Why is this happening? And I see where you're going. So he's going to start to probably, if stumble around the camp and start, as I imagine, he's going to start tripping over things. And he's going to try something. He's going to just to see. He's going to try to summon sparks.
Okay. Yeah, you do. You know it's got to be Sparks. It's the familiar scent of when they show up. This fuzzy arrangement of colors feels like Sparks.
But that's all it is now, right? It's just you're going to get a slight side. Well, at least you haven't left me. And it'll be like, if I have to do it an hour at a time, I will. And um, yeah, he'll be frustratingly even. He's going to get to a point where he's going to try to pack up, and he's making a mess of it because
Mm.
you know um,
Well, as you're trying to pack these things up and that frustration building, and
Right.
at least sparks nearby, and putting all this through your mind, I'll go ahead and send you a direct message.
Of course, it's DM night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And I think lastly, Shar.
Okay.
We'll switch over to him. We'll put a pin here with Ignatius. Um, Shar, let's see. You were sleeping. So again, almost 8 hours in. And you wake up with the start. The stillness of the night broken. But whatever it was happened like before you gained awareness. You know something startled you awake, but you can't hear anything or place what it was. But something stirs. Stir of it. What would you like to do?
Take stock of my surroundings.
You look around, you're in the tent. It's probably, you register, okay, I've probably been asleep for like 4 hours here since my watch. And everything looks secure in the tent itself.
And I don't see anything that looks like it might have woken me up.
Not in the tent, but maybe something outside.
I guess I'll check outside then.
Okay. Stepping outside reveals the camp. It also reveals several bloodied comrades strewn across the campsite. Some dead, some wheezing. They're taking their last breaths. 5 monks of the order stand around the camp, turning and facing you as you look outside. Their leader, Archbishop Regulus, standing front and center. Kethri, on her knees before him, badly beaten and bruised, his blade to her throat. There you are, Sean. It's time to come home.
My home isn't with you. Release her.
That's not how things work, Sean. There's God's work to be done back at the cloister. And we need
Nothing about the work that you do is God's work.
says the God.
Then you should know it isn't what I want.
But it is what must be. Pulls the blade a little bit closer to Catherine, just enough to get that streak of blood that cuts the skin. What a surprise it was to find sweet Salune here. Perhaps we were too hasty in trying to kill her all those years ago. I'm trying to be hasty again. Draws the blade a little closer still. If you won't return, perhaps your sister. Perhaps we were too quick to dispose of her. Maybe she can see God's will done.
Stop. I'll go. Leave her be.
Gestures to one of the other monks. They throw a pair of shackles over to you. Your hands. Or your wrists. Put those on and we'll let her be. Or play her like a fiddle.
She puts one on. Release her and I'll put on the other.
Drops her down to the ground.
She puts on the other.
And you feel like your magic, your ki, your physical energy sort of being drawn into these. Leaves you feeling really weak. Two of the monks come over, grab you arm in arm. All right. It's time to go back. And Archbishop Regulus takes lead, walking in front of you, with a monk on either side of you guiding. Calls back to the last two. Grab her too. They pick up Kethri,
I
shackle her,
don't need her.
and
She doesn't fit into the plans that you want.
you hear her, no, you know, and they ignore you. And you begin walking away from the camp. The new friends.
She uses her. Oh no, I guess I can't because of the key. Never mind.
Oh, I will send you a direct message then. Okay. So, not quite collectively, but close. Everyone awakes in their tents. Eris, you were keeping a keen eye, but you find yourself like, the fog sort of swelled around you in that last moment where we put a pin in it. And then as it passes by, you're there again, sort of in mid stretch.
She immediately rages.
Lightning arcing through the mist. Your battle axe, you pick it up, you got your muscles in there.
And she's just gonna run to the nearest tree and just start hacking and slashing.
Nice. She same thing. The fog envelops you, and then as it passes by, there's nothing there. There are no bones. Just see the campsite off about 30 feet away from you, as you hear different people waking up in their tents. And I'm just going to pass it over to whoever wants to jump into role play from that.
Char's immediately running over to Catherine's tent.
Same.
It's
Same.
out. How do you interact? As two of you see each other healthy and well.
They run into each other.
I mean, pretty much, but like Catherine has like just her entire face is just stained with like tears that you don't see ever. And she's like touching whenever they do get close enough, touching Char's face and shoulders and like, are you real?
She can't even answer because she also has some tears running down and she's just holding her.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Eris, Kethri, Shar. If Ignatius, Chryser, or Ash have anything they'd like to do, please feel free to. As you're waking up now, like it's the fog inside your tents.
Ignatius. All right.
Mhm.
I was going to say Ignatius would probably come out of the fog and give it a quick look around, and then start running from tent to tent,
Everyone's
looking
there.
for people.
Yeah. Will you see Kethri and Shar? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Just that when you pop out, you'll see Kethri and Shar like owing each other. You'll probably see a little lightning off in the distance, 100 feet.
Definitely hear Eris shouting and raging. She's not being quiet.
Yeah, he would almost absentmindedly, or not even absentmindedly, just grab Char, then grab Ketri. You're here, and then see the lightning off in the distance. Eris is here, and then he'll go to check Grisula.
Okay.
And finding if you finds Grisura, and then run to Ash's tent.
Which is empty.
And
Oh, you told me in your message to me, Dan, that she was in her tent. You said wake up in your tent in a cold sweat, fog
Oops.
surrounding you.
Instead, the fog surrounds you and you're outside of camp by about like 25 feet. You're just outside of camp's like 25, 30 feet because you were on watch, which so I meant to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're out
Okay.
there. The tent's empty, but she's close enough to be seen by the edge of the fog, edge of the campsite.
oh yeah, he would break into a sprint, and when he gets to Ash, he'll like half cautiously, half just forgets himself, and grabs where the missing arm was,
Mm-hmm.
or just looks for both since he really wasn't told, but grabs each arm like are they still there?
What's he doing?
And says, I'm sorry, and then you're still here. You're one piece.
Is everything okay at the camp?
I
Looks.
think it is. I had a very weird experience. And he quickly, without even thinking, just pulls out a tube with a map in it
Mm-hmm.
and starts looking at the map and reading the map.
Nice.
And sort of reflects and like rolls up the map. I just had this terrible, terrible experience. And is the fog still around?
Fog is here, a little lighter now. Good 30, 35 feet of visibility now.
I'll come back at the camp in a second. I have to do something really quick, just right over here. I just need to do a reading.
Okay, don't be long.
Sure.
And I'll head back.
Glad
Ignatius
that you're okay.
I'm very glad that you're okay. And yeah, he'll head back to camp and check. Again, yeah.
Jeffrey and Shar is still.
And almost like checking in with everybody, like asking what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, may I ask about Grisura? What's Grisura's up to?
Reserve is packing up her tent.
I'll jump back over then to Ash.
As soon as she'll watch for Ignatius to kind of, move back closer to camp, and she's going to duck off, just kind of behind a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to just kind of like very haphazardly just kind of like kneel on the ground and just start pulling out her tarot cards, and we'll do a reading, which she's using her background here, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to, thinking of the pile of bones and the great moth saying that it was Willow,
Mm-hmm.
is going with tears. Is it true? Please tell me if it is true.
You get the answer. Well, no, not true.
And she will pack up everything and go and join everyone else.
Ignatius back at the campsite as you would return. Catherine and Shar probably still sharing a moment. Eris, and Ash doing a reading. You do see, Ignatius, you do see Grisura packing up camp.
Almost instinctively, without thinking, Ignatius is going to say, "No, you can't leave." That's how it starts. You all left me.
I have to.
Why? Is it my eyes?
I'm wasting my life. I'm wasting my time. I'm going to be old in a few years. I have too much to do. I don't have time for this.
How old are
It can't
you?
be for nothing. It has to be something. I have to go. I have to.
Grisura, how old are you?
I'm 17. What does it matter to you? I'm an adult. I'm a full-grown member of the I can do what I want. Don't tell me I can't do what I want. And don't tell me I'm making a mistake. Because I make my own decisions.
I was never going to say any of those things.
I might have just been yelling at my mother. I'm sorry.
Catherine flinches if she hears mother.
How long is orc lifespans?
They hit full maturity at 14. I don't know when end of life is, but they hit full maturity at 14.
End of life is like 60s, 70s.
Yeah, but old is like 18, 20. Like, come on.
Hang on a second.
Orcs can live up to 50 years. Venerable by age 35, old at 23. Can be considered adults anywhere from age 12 to 14.
Rock stars.
Yeah, hence the teenager thing earlier. Don't say bad things about teenagers. Come on.
That's rough.
Ignatius is going to turn to Grisura and say, I have a few more steps in my path than you. You can do whatever you want. But one thing that's I found is important to me, at least so far in this journey, is the best place you can be is where you're wanted. And I want you here. That's a silly desire of me, but I experienced a great fear of being alone and alone in the dark. It's not a great place. Without people to help you.
That's not how it works. Sounds.
You can do whatever you can pursue whatever you feel you need to pursue. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, Grisura's just crying at this point.
I'm sorry if yeah, go ahead.
I was saying Ash would give Grisor a hug if they'll accept it.
Ash returns. That.
Grisura will return the hug with like a really powerful kind of thoughtless, just reactionary grip. You may be being squeezed a little bit, sorry.
It's
It's
sweet.
just like the great moth enveloping me.
And thinking upon it, one more thing is Ignatius is just gonna, if you do choose to leave, please tell me.
I need some air.
Yuki.
And Grisera's gonna walk off. Uh, gonna walk off without letting go of Ash. But
Oh.
if you make a noise, Grisera will probably realize you're still there. But otherwise, Grisera needs air and needs to stomp off for like without her gear,
Yeah.
and is a little Sorry, Ash, you're maybe along for the ride.
It's okay.
He's getting carted off.
Yeah, and you gave Ignatius abandonment issues. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What?
Well,
Can Catherine
Mhm.
pull Shar off to the side?
Absolutely.
After just like watching Grisera take Ash with them. And I don't know what's happening or what I don't know what's happening. Did you see what what I saw?
What did you see?
You were being used as a bartering bribe, blackmail, whatever you want to call it. You're being held by Mother, not
No, yeah, I did not see that.
what did you see?
The monastery found us. They had you beaten, the rest dying.
Okay. So our companions are dead in both scenarios. I'm going to try to hunt harder for those what I need to make our poisons more potent because I can't have that happen in real life. So I'll try to hunt for those like harder. I'll look I'll look more.
We need to find ways to consume them without our hands.
Oh, uh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Perhaps pockets we can reach, or
Maybe I
other
can make
compartments.
something, a bracelet, and we can. I'll figure out how to stick it in there, and then we can just bite it. I'll figure it out.
I want to
I
confirm with the rest of the party that they were also were affected by what we were. I think perhaps Ignatius was, at a minimum. Grisera, I'm not too sure. And I don't think it's entirely normal for Eris to rage when there's no battle.
oh,
But I haven't figured them out yet.
She's just now realizing there's like Eris is still like on the other side hitting something. Like she's been so zoned on just.
Yeah, during all of these like
Mm.
heartfelt emotions, Eris is just screaming and smacking a tree. She's like taking it down and is working on the next one.
That's for sure. Yeah.
She's just
Nice.
the lightning and her shouting
Oh.
over all of this heartfelt stuff.
I love it.
Have to have a little chat, I guess, after everyone
Hmm.
comes back.
Yeah.
I need. Well, she'll wrap up and tell Shard that I need to tell you everything for real this time. So later.
Okay.
Right. Oof. Well, as tears dry for many. Yeah. I think everyone is left with some reflective thoughts, some introspective thoughts here after this night has passed. The sun begins cutting through the last of the fog, burning it off for the morning. Everyone's has their full rest. Morning comes around after a very intense night. I think that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Can I end it really quick? As she's shouting, you hear Eris yell, "This sort of thing doesn't happen on the ocean!"
Nice. All right. Well, Goey.
Wow.
What a sesh.
Oh.
Man.
Well, wonderful role playing everything out there, everybody. That's so good. Oh my goodness. I love the way you all worked through that. My gosh.
Dan is just giggling as he puts us all through trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I can't
a
believe of all the
lot.
things to do to poor Ignatius. He gives him freaking abandonment issues. You freaking Twilight zoned him.
Well, I tried to do my best. I hope I hit everybody's fears. And then I just added a little sprinkle, adjacent to that here and there. Ignatius is meant to be more like, you can't see, you can't do the life's work. But then, Ignatius doesn't really like big crowds, doesn't like that, but I thought might find some comfort in company, like what's grown to be this party has been alone for so long.
Yeah, it's a Twilight Zone episode. Time enough at last.
Nice. How fun. Yeah, psychic wins. Psychic wins,
How
sweet
fun.
room.
Oh, fun. Yeah, forward your therapy bills too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Support our Patreon so we can all go to therapy.
Amazing. Well, I hope through it all y'all had fun. Those are here and there in this new fresh world. Some of the psychic winds from the astral plane make their way over into the prime here in a couple locations, and they don't do anything permanent or any mechanically. They don't do anything, but they can put you through some stuff. And this is the way the winds were blowing tonight. So our ears. Oh my stars! Yippee.
Again, I repeat myself. This doesn't happen on the ocean.
Nice.
Story time.
Next week to see what happens.
Yeah,
with
don't
this.
you guys feel so much closer and bonded?
Yeah, I truly love everyone's role play. It's so good, and then everyone's reactions, and oh my gosh, But I know we're running late, so we're gonna go ahead and raid our friends over at Enchanting Sorcery. Consider giving them a watch, giving them a follow. They have a bunch of great content over there, and we'll catch you. Well, consider following us too if you're new. We can be alerted to all of our new our content. We've got a 3 D&D streams across the week. But hopefully we'll at least catch you next Friday if you've been watching Provenance every Friday night, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern, and see what happens when Grisura realizes they're carrying Ash to Grisura's point, and see what comes of this and what else awaits our friends on the journey to Fury Landing. Yay! I'm gonna raid on over. Consider giving a call on my bird raid when we get there. Otherwise, take care, everyone. Have a lovely night, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Watch out for the fog.